So I just wanted to say thank you again for a great Easter Sunday. It was wonderful to see you all in the stream, the comment stream, while we premiered our video. And it was great to see so many of you in coffee hour as well. Eileen and Tara and a few other people took pictures of screens and sent them to me, which was also great because often during coffee hour, I'm, conversing in part, but also just managing the technology. So I don't always get to see all your bright and shining faces. And of course, with Easter, all those great hats. The hat game did not suffer this year at all from being at home. Yeah, that was wonderful. And one thing I wanted to tell you, of course, normally we just talk about Easter as a single day holiday, but like Christmas, it goes on for a while, and it actually goes on for much longer. It's about a 7-week long season, which we don't make a big deal of usually in our low church Protestant tradition, but given all the stuff that is going on, there might be a time in the next 7 weeks where you just want to remind yourself that it is still Easter and there are still resurrections to celebrate. So I hope that's helpful, and I do hope that the service helped you in this time. This Sunday will be a little bit different. We're going to have a guest preacher, Matt Carricker. Many of you remember Matt. He was our associate pastor some years ago for a while, for 4 years. And then he went on to do other things that he's still doing, and he will be recording our message for us this week. So, please come and check him out. He will be the only person who is not me or Tara for some time. So if you want some variety in your worship life, this is it. It's Matt. So do check him out too. We will be there, Tara and I, in coffee hour, and we will be watching the service along with you. So that's really all I really had to say, except to, in my column, which is if you're reading this in the newsletter, it's probably very close to the video. But in my column, I talk a little bit about gardening. Spring is here, and this is a great year for us to up our garden game. Maybe even as high as our hat game, but yeah, and so I've been thinking about that a lot, ordering seedlings and seeds and figuring out where to put them. A lot of pots so I can strategically move them around. We're not moving around much as people this summer probably, so there's time to really pay attention to growing things. So that's fun. And with that in mind, I have a reading, and it's from Celia Thaxter, who we've heard from a few times. Celia Thaxter is the transcendentalist poet and writer, a conversationalist. She kept an inn on Appledore Island. Many of you will remember that, which is next to Star Island, where sometimes I manage to retreat in the summer. Again, probably not this year, but some year in the future. And it's actually just a passage from her journal, and it gets at, so in some ways it's not as explicitly religious as a lot of things that we read, but also I'm not preaching, so it may not appear in a service anyway, but it's just a little bit about you can hear in her voice, her literary voice, the joy that she gets from growing things in gardens. So this is from her garden journal, and it's marked May 20th. All the past days have been filled with transplanting and the most vigorous weeding. In these 5 days, the sweet peas have grown so tall I was obliged to go after sticks for them today. Wheeling my light wheelbarrow up over the hill and across the island toward the south, where among the old ruined walls of cellars and houses and little almost erased garden plots, the thick growth of bayberry and elder offered me all the sticks I needed. I was so happy, trundling home, my barrow load of stalks piled up to toppling, and finally tipping it up at the garden gate. It took the whole afternoon to stick the peas, and I enjoyed every moment of it. Before putting the dry, brittle branches in the ground with a small light hoe, I went all over and through the earth about the sweet peas, uprooting the chickweed and clover, pigweed and dog fennel, till there was not a weed to be seen near them. When night fell, I had only just finished this pleasant work. So there you have it. Here's to gardens and to gardening and to growing things in general, and to any small project that is bringing you joy this time and really any time in the future. Happy Easter, happy spring. You know how to get in touch. Bye.